All right, Schlockmeister fans, one more Cheerleaders movie to watch here. It's called Cheerleaders Wild Weekend, otherwise known as I think it's called The Great American Girl Robbery, which is the on-screen title here. Let's check it out. The snobby cheerleading squad. There's a big rivalry and 3 different squads are going to some cheerleading competition.
Let me remind you that there is a long-standing rivalry among these 3 schools, so let's hope we'll all get along like one big happy family.
Here we see Kristen DeBell. She plays Debbie.
Oh, my dear, how are you? Down in front.
The rivalry gets hot and heavy even on the bus as the girls try to take turns teasing the guy behind them to see who can get them revved up the most. Which ends up with bare boobs up against the glass at one point. So on the way, there's a detour.
Officer, you want to set off the bus, please? Yeah, we look. I want to talk to you over here. Yes, sir.
The 2 guys knocked out the driver and replaced him.
Alarm. Wait and take your driver off the bus. Fortunately, however, we have a replacement driver, so you'll be in Sacramento before you know it. I'll be riding with you the rest of the way. I'm sorry.
They get taken to some remote cabin somewhere.
Any of you young ladies want to get to know Rufus here, just stay on the bus. Now the rest of you can start stepping off one at a time.
The 15 girls have been kidnapped. And one of their leaders was in on it.
You are all the prisoners now. The National American Army of Freedom. You bitches are gonna obey our orders, or we gonna kick some ass around here.
DJ Joyous Jerome, played by Leon Isaac Kennedy.
And their chaperone. Have Joyful Jerome acknowledge receipt of this note at 10 o'clock. We want $2 million. That shouldn't be too hard.
Kidnappers want him to read this note on the radio. And the cops make him do it.
Special dedication to all the gang down at the National American Army of Freedom.
That's it.
So they want $2 million.
We want it in 24 hours.
Arrange this. We play no lost ladies at exactly 5 o'clock. Let me know what you have.
Wait a minute. How do we know you got the girls and
I guess the rivalry is still on because at one point the girls get into a cat fight. Which ends up with one of the girls being topless. At one point the kidnapper makes them all have a beauty contest.
And I know you ladies don't want to be.
He takes 2 women from each group.
hold everything?
We got ourselves a brand new ball game here. Judge.
All the girls get topless. One of the kidnappers can't contain himself and decides to throw himself on the girl before the others drag him off. Nothing happens. The cops want proof that they're still alive, so he decides to take Deb with him for his next call.
He asked for me. Okay, well, when do we have to go?
Right now.
Listen closely to the dog here. And tell me that's not Chewbacca. At one point, this girl got away and tried to escape. But she failed. Well, he tossed her on the bed, and I don't know if he was going to screw her or what, but he left her alone for a second and gave her just enough time to escape out the window. And the dog. And they do get Deb to talk on the phone.
Please, give them whatever they want. Please, so we can come home.
So that one girl is still on the run, and she sees a car. But unfortunately, the car has the other kidnapper and Deb in it. And the two of them are able to chase her down.
And the little bitch must have jumped out of the window. Finish you right here. You asshole.
You want him looking for us the rest of our life?
Captured again.
You got the money?
Yeah, I've got it. Okay. Put the money in a Safeway shopping bag and staple it shut at the top. Bring the bag of money to the Warwick Hotel at 12 o'clock.
So as instructed, they put the money in that
6th
bag
floor.
on an elevator. And our kidnapper was hiding above it. And he switched out the bags, which was ingenious. The girls decided to cause a ruckus because they have a plan to get out of there, which included starting their mattresses on fire and starting a cat fight again. Using their panties as a rope, they tripped this guy and beat the crap out of him.
You mind if I ask you gentlemen a few questions?
They had called the cops and said,
Get the car, Billy.
"You passed the first test, now go to this other place." So all the cops left, except this guy. He stayed around just in case something happened. And the chase is on. So the cheerleaders have turned the tables on their kidnappers and are escaping in the bus.
Hey, you count the money, I'll drive.
And these guys are on the run from the cops. And guess who they run into? Debbie ends up smiling at the guy who had been nice to her, so she backs up and lets them go. Leave it to the cops to sort out, and that's how our movie ends. Alright, just got done watching Cheerleaders Wild Weekend. This movie I just picked up on Blu-ray this past week, a couple days ago actually, because I was doing all the other cheerleader movies. I figured I'd do this one too, even though I don't think this is truly related to any of those. In fact, the on-screen title of this one was The Great American Girl Robbery. This is a movie that I had on a VHS tape. I think I rented it and copied it in the late 80s, early 90s, and on an EP tape. And I eventually picked up the pre-recorded VHS of it too, and I watched it I think one time. That's it. And it's for what it is. It's halfway decent. It's I don't know. It goes all over the place. You kind of think it's a comedy at first, and then these women get kidnapped, which is terrible. And then there's this one woman who gets slapped when she tries to escape. There's almost some attempted rape in this movie, and they make them strip down. But the women in this movie, they never seem overly concerned. Yes, they're kidnapped, and if I was kidnapped, I would not be happy, but they seem to take it very well. I don't know if it's just there's 15 of them and they're all bonded together, but at one point they have a beauty contest, although they were kind of forced into that, but they all got topless, the 6 ladies did, and they seemed to be enjoying themselves when they were parading around. And then there was almost kind of some hijinks at the end with the guys with the ransom money being chased by the cops and everything. Interesting little flick. And then what was up with the very last scene in the movie there with the bus, with Kristen DeBelle cutting them off, the bad guys off at first, and then backing up and letting him go so they can continue the chase and try to get away from the cops. I don't know. Anyway, the movie itself, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was kind of fun. It was an hour and 26 minutes long, not a long thing. This was available on DVD too, but I think it got really pricey, like $50 or so. I think Code Red put that out as well. And then they put out the Blu-ray, which also is a little bit pricey if you go on eBay. However, if you get it from the Diabolic website, it's $14.99 there, plus shipping, but it's a lot better than what you can find on eBay. So check it out. A lot of cool extras on there. There's an interview with Kristen DeBelle, a live interview. However, she doesn't talk about this film at all. She talks about almost everything else she did. Doesn't talk about Cinderella, though. There's also an interview with Leon Isaac Kennedy, who played the DJ in this movie, Joyous Justin, or Joyous, can't remember what his name now was, and Marilyn Joy, and Jason Williams, also cast members. Cool stuff there. There's some director commentary with 2 of the stars and the director as well. And just some really cool stuff. So this is a very cool Blu-ray to get. So Definitely check it out. There was a few nude scenes. You know, who was in this movie was Leslie King. She was one of the beauty contestants. She got topless. She was the brunette. She was the cute drummer in the Ron Howard TV movie Cotton Candy, which I reviewed back in 2012. Her one and only nude scene, as far as I know, right here. So anyway, cool movie. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. It's fun. Watch it. Bye.